everybody. Welcome to Vanessa. This is this week's episode of my Dyslexic Life. So I'm actually away at the moment. I'm away in Wellington. So I'm coming to you from Wellington, which is the capital of New Zealand. So I was just writing a birthday card for my girlfriend. So it's been a big birthday for her. So I found this great card and I went to sit down to write it. Now, I don't know how many of you also experience this, but oh my goodness, in my head, I'm going to say all these wonderful things. So I'm going to sound really beautiful and poetic and inspiring and heartfelt. And what normally happens is as soon as I write dear, whoever's the name is, I don't know what happens to all of those thoughts and words that I have in my head. And I start writing and, you know, because as a dyslexic, my brain is going so much faster than my hands. What normally happens is I'll write a couple of words and then I'll kind of think, oh, that's not what I meant. Or I'll write and in my head I've written the words, but I actually haven't. So then I'll write, you know, I don't know, dear Sally, happy birthday, wishing you monumentous occasion. And I'm like, that's not what I meant. And actually, I wouldn't write that because I would have to really think about how to spell occasion and I'd have to really think about how to spell monumental or monumentous. So already I'm like, oh, that's not what I wanted the card to say. And I start getting a bit like flustered because, you know, especially if it's a really good friend, because, you know, I really want this card when they open it to read it and really be like, oh, that's so heartfelt. And this just happens every single time. Even if I'm writing a birthday card to someone I don't know that well, I'll end up writing something that's kind of not inappropriate, but it'll express a lot of emotion, really not in tune with how I know that person. And I don't know what it is about writing birthday cards. And, you know, I'm lucky. I'm one of the dyslexics that spelling isn't too much of a challenge for me. So it's not the spelling of the words, but it's just that whole, how am I going to get my thoughts out and how can I express what I want to say in this birthday card? And it happens every single time. Every single time I need to write a birthday card, I either write something that has too much feeling for the person I'm giving it to. So, you know, my son's teacher or something, I'll end up, you know, writing some little spiel, which is like, I really don't need to be doing that. Or then when I am trying to write a card and I really want to get that emotional spiel out, it just comes out. It just never comes out. And then I make a mistake. And it's like, what do you do when you make a mistake in a birthday card? You know, do you try and write over it or do you try and cross it out? I mean, it's just so fraught, isn't it? And, you know, I know I'm dyslexic and I know why it happens, but it still happens every time I write a birthday card. So, yeah, I just wondered, you know, does anybody else struggle with this type of thing? And it is just, our thoughts go so fast. We just can't physically write as quickly as our thoughts are going. So my messages don't come out as well as I want them to when I write them in a birthday card. And, you know, I think it's especially, there's that little added thing where you don't want to make a mistake, do you? You don't want to make a spelling mistake or you don't want your writing to be messy or, you know, there's all these little extra things that are probably subconscious, to be honest. So yeah, all of that happens as well. So I've just written my girlfriend a birthday card and as usual, it kind of, doesn't quite portray what I want it to portray. So yeah, this is just part of being dyslexic. And I know that, yes, of course, I could write out what I'm going to say in the birthday card first, but usually I don't have time to do that, because usually I'm writing the card just before I see the person. So yes, the solution would be to take 5 minutes, really think about what I want to say and write it. But in my dyslexic life, that doesn't happen. I'm normally writing the card 2 minutes before I'm about to meet the person or give them the present. So yeah, does anybody else struggle with writing birthday cards? It's just there's so much I want to say and I can't put that into words. And isn't that the dyslexic dilemma? Yeah, we have all this amazing thoughts and emotions and ideas in our heads, but the actual mechanics of getting that out onto paper using words, that's the thing that really trips us up. So I've done the birthday card now. Maybe next time I will try and give myself a bit of time so I'm not doing it at the last minute, and maybe that's the solution. But yeah, I just wanted to talk to you guys. There's not lots of things that, or actually there's so many things that we have to do as dyslexics on a daily basis that is just that little bit tricky or more complicated for us. And yeah, writing birthday cards is one of them. So I hope you have a great week wherever you are, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Bye.